There are no other nations as large or diverse as Solamnia. Let's take a closer look. Welcome to another DragonLance Saga episode. My name is Adam, and today we're going to talk about the nation of Solamnia. I'd like to take a moment and thank the members of this channel and invite you to consider becoming a member by visiting the link in the description below. You can even pick up DragonLance gaming materials using my affiliate links. I am referencing the Tales of the Lance box set and War of the Lance sourcebook for this information. If I leave anything out or misspeak, please leave a comment below. The Age of Despair is colloquially split with the Time of Darkness, beginning with the Cataclysm and lasting until 332 Alt Cataclysm, and the Time of Dragons, lasting until 348 Alt Cataclysm, ending with the Chaos War. The major event we are focusing on in this age is the War of the Lance. Before the Cataclysm, Solamnia was ruled primarily by the Knights of Solamnia. In the chaos, regional infighting, famine, and disease that swept Ansalon, the knights fell out of favor, and the nation split into a collection of independent city-states. Though there hasn't been a census, it's believed to have a population of around 720,120 residents. They're primarily human, a fair amount of dwarves, and even fewer of all other races make up the rest of the population. The languages spoken are Solamnic, Common, and Dwarven primarily. Of the 500 miles of northern Ansalon, the geography of Solamnia is truly varied. It features sandy deserts in the north along the Syrian Sea, with dark and stormy plains off the Straits of Chalci and the Straits of Algoni. It features three impressive mountain ranges, the Vingard, Dergard, and Garnet ranges, and hosts the longest river in all of Ansalon, the Vingard River. The plains of Solamnia are also incredibly fertile, and its de facto capital of Palanthas is the worldwide center of learning, theology, and writing. Due to its framing by three seas, the folks of Solamnia have educated themselves in maritime occupations, with the cities of Karagoth, Palanthas, and Kalaman being among the foremost shipbuilding cities in the world. The northwestern region of Solamnia contains the vast and rugged Vingard Mountains, where Palanthas lies in the Bay of Branchala. They also house the High Claris Tower, the central site for the Knights of the Sword. A high road connects Palanthas to the High Claris Tower and continues on to Vingard Keep. This keep guards the Vingard River, which feeds the plains, which produce enough grain and meat to feed the entire continent of Ansalon. South of the plains stands the Garnet Mountains, which were gifted to the dwarves who continue to mine it and founded the beautiful city of Garnet. East of Garnet lies the forest land of Lemish. The climate of Solamnia is nestled solidly in the temperate zone, though the sheer size of Solamnia means that there are varied climates. In the north, again, we see large swaths of sandy deserts with long summers and virtually no winters. Rainfall is minimal as the currents draw moisture toward the Nordmar Peninsula. From Palanthas south, they have a full range of seasons, with long hot summers from Chiselmont to Hidumont, and snowy winters from Phoenix to Ronmont. Rainfall is less than the lush seaboard of coastland in the west due to the first high peaks which sift the air. The Vingard River Valley, however, receives ample rainfall and hot weather with 3-month summers and winters. This affords planting and harvest festivals in the 2-month span of spring and autumn. The winters in Southland and Garnet are more extreme, as the rough waters off Cape Karagoth sends icy winds ashore and cold tides from the southern Syrian Sea. The shorelands of Southland boast wind-blasted moors, whose residents are as strong and sinewy as its grass. The trade of Solamnia includes ships, timbers, and beer from Karagoth, ships and navigators from Kalaman, gems, iron, and steel from the Dwarven province of Kaelin, ships, books, beer, ale, and textiles from Palanthas, grain and cattle from Solanthas, and horses and cattle from Vingard. Because of the War of the Lance, resources are increasingly scarce due to the need to rebuild, forming trading partnerships with Nordmar, the Ergoths, Sancrist, and Colonysty. Because of its sheer size, before the War of the Lance, there was no concentrated effort to unify its peoples. Post-War of the Lands, the Knights of Solamnia have begun efforts in reorganizing the myriad of city-states. Some of Solamnia's major locations are as follows. Kergoth is the capital city of Southland. It is known for its excellent shipwrights and sailors. The primary industries are farming, the sea, and land. Its people are loyal, hard-working, and honest, many of which feed into the Knights of Solamnia. And Kergoth is a stronghold for the knighthood. Garnet is a sovereign dwarven province loyal to the knighthood, working together to face the deep-rooted evils in the nation. Dergard faces the eastern flank of Solamnia, guarding against the nomads of Estwild until the fall of Lord Soth. The area was called Nightland with a K, and now called Nightland without, due to the Death Knight. Kalaman is the northeastern jewel of Solamnia. It was a bastion of good until the War of the Lance, and even after, it split between its eastern and western halves, occupied with Knights of Solamnia and remnants of the Red Dragon army. Palanthas is swept up in a religious revival after the arrival of the Discs of Mishakal and Elistan, the priest of Paladine. Temples to all gods are in active construction, and education is encouraged. Hargoth is a major port and trading center of the coastland region. There's a small knighthood presence there, but they've never controlled the city. It's governed with a heavy hand by Lord Hargoth, whose lineage dates back to its founding. Iron Rock Fortress is in the southern end of the Vengard Range and houses a garrison of knights. It was built during the Third Dragon War. Salanthus is a major stop on trade routes due to its central proximity in Solamnia. The guildmasters led a revolt against the knights before the war. After the war, it was ravaged by the Blue Dragon army and continues to fight, trying to rid itself of their presence. Once the capital of Solamnia and location of the Rose Rebellion, Vingard rebelled against its lord and claimed independence. It was occupied during the war, but liberated early on, and much like its sister cities, seeks aid in clearing out any and all remnants. But that is all I have to say about the geography of Solamnia in the War of the Lance era. What do you think of Solamnia? Should the people have risen up against the knighthood? Do you spend much time in-game in its plains or coastal regions? Leave a comment below. I would like to take a moment and remind you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, ring the bell to get notified about upcoming videos, and click the like button. This all goes to help other Dragonlance fans learn about this channel and its content. Thank you for watching. This has been Adam with Dragonlance Saga, and until next time, remember, Palanthas has lived in peace and beauty for many centuries, but we will buy neither peace nor beauty at the price of our freedom.